I'm starting out with a couple of images in this document so that I can show you the difference in quality and why I made the decision to proceed the way I did. Okay, if you look at the image on the left, the blend between the border and the background image has a hard line. Now this image was a ping that I imported into Design Space using the complex feature. This image border with the dog bones was imported as a pattern. So it's obvious that Design Space handles the process differently because the image on the right has a really nice blend. So this is a workaround for the time being, and hopefully in the future, Cricut will fix the blend issue or the quality issue of the images. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is delete all of this and start over and show you how to process an image in Design Space so that you can do the wood disc ornaments. Click the Upload button. Then click Upload Pattern. Click the Browse button. Then navigate to the location of your files. Click to select the file you wish to import. Then click the Open button. If desired, change the name of the file and then click some themes. When you're finished, click the Save button. Now, I'm not going to click Save because I already have this in my patterns, and presently we can't delete patterns, so I don't want to have a ton of these. Okay, so I'm going to click Cancel. And now we're going to proceed as if I had imported the pattern, and I'm going to process a dog image to make a Christmas ornament. Click the Upload button. I have other videos that demonstrate the process of uploading images, so in this case I'm going to select an image that I've already uploaded. Now click Insert Image. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. We can make this a lot smaller. And then I'm simply going to put it over here for now. Let's create a circle that we will use to fill with our pattern border. Click the Shapes button and then click Circle. Set the size to 2 inches and make sure that the scaling option is locked. Now it's time to put the pattern in our circle. So go to the Fill field and select Print and select the color, and for print type, set it to Pattern. Click to select the desired pattern and then click in an empty area of the workspace to exit the feature. If the dog image happened to be in front of the border, you would simply go to the Arrange menu and send it to the back. Okay, so let's move this in and zoom in. Okay, let's make it smaller and position it. And the one thing we really want to make sure of is that none of the edges get cut off. We want to make sure that it's completely under the blend. Okay, that's looking really good. but we have this extra around the outside that we need to get rid of. So let's create another circle. And make this circle just slightly smaller than 2 inches. So I'm going to make it 1.9 and position it in front of the border. And basically all I want to do is make sure that it's evenly spaced so I can see an even amount of white going around the border. And we're just going to use this to get rid of the excess on the outside. So this basically has to cover the blend. Okay, now I'm going to hide the print border. Select both of the items that are not hidden by drawing a marquee box around them. And I'm going to use the slice tool. So click slice. Now the easiest way to do this is to look over in the layers panel. You can see all of the layers that you want to keep and the ones that you want to get rid of. So obviously the image of the dog we want to keep and the image of the border we want to keep. So I'm simply going to select one of the layers that I want to delete, hold down the Control key or Command key if you're on a Mac, and select the remaining 2 layers. Now that I have all of the items selected, I'm going to delete them by hitting the Delete key on the keyboard. Show the border layer, and because we worked on the dog and we sliced it, it's now in front. We currently have the circle layer selected, so let's bring that item or layer to the front by going to the Arrange menu and selecting Send to Front. The last step in processing this image is to select everything and flatten it so that it will be a print and cut image. Now we're ready to make it. Click the Make It button. And if you would like to make additional copies, set the Project Copies field to the desired number. Then click the Apply button. When you are ready to proceed, click Continue. Wait till your maker is connected, then click Send to Printer. Because the edge of this is simply white, we can turn off the Add Bleed feature. To control the quality of the print, turn on Use System dialog. Then click the Print button. Select the printer you'd like to use, then find the setting button for that printer. In my case, it's Preferences, so I'm going to click Preferences. And here is where you would control the quality. If you find you're printing in grayscale, and you would definitely want color, you would make sure that the grayscale printing is turned off. Select the type of paper. So in my case, I used photo papers and it was photo glossy. If you're using labels, you could pick glossy or matte, depending on whether they're shiny or dull. You can set your print quality, the size of your sheet, which is normally 8.5 by 11. In my case, I usually feed heavier paper through my rear tray, so I would select Paper Source Rear Tray. Your printer will be a little bit different, but try to look for these settings. Now click the OK button. And then Print. When the printer is finished printing, Select the setting for the material that you're cutting. Apply the printout to whatever mat you're going to use. Usually it's the green standard mat. Load the mat into the Cricut, then press the Go button.